is Kameshwar from Nala Simhareddy Education Society Group of Institutions, Department of Civil Engineering. My subject, Watershed Management. Final year, first semester, R16 regulation. In that watershed management, today we are going to discuss about Unit 1, characteristics of watershed. What are the different characteristics of watershed management? In these characteristics of watershed management, it is divided into two cases. One is climate characteristics, another one is physiographic characteristics. In this climatic characteristics also, it is divided into two types. Climatic characteristics, another one. In this climate characteristics also, one is precipitation, another one is temperature. And physiographic characteristics. In this physiographic characteristics, it is divided into size, shape, slope, geology and vegetation, land use, soil, hydrology, hydrogeology and drainage, socio-ecosystem. In these characteristics divided into two types. One is climate characteristics, another one is physiographic characteristics. In climatic characteristics, the climate of a particular region, in this case of watershed, depend upon the areas, that is latitude, elevation, vegetation, topography and the nearest to water bodies, which on the whole affect the functioning of a watershed. It is depend on the areas of latitude, elevation and vegetation and topography, which on the whole affects the functioning of a watershed. The characteristics of a watershed includes the precipitation and temperature. What is meant by precipitation? How it is affected? It includes the amount, distribution. It includes the amount, distribution, intensity and spatial distribution of rainfall. Spatial distribution of rainfall. The precipitation amount refers to the depth of rain or snow that falls in a 24 hours period over a given area. The precipitation amount refers to the rainfall that falls in a 24 hours over a given area. The duration of rainfalls also refers to the time period of precipitation over a watershed. It is directly proportional to the peak flow of water in the streams. It is directly proportional to the peak flow of water in the streams. If the duration of water rainfall in a watershed area is less, in case of rainfall duration is less, peak flow of water into the streams is also less. In case of rainfall duration in a watershed area is less, peak flow of water into the stream is also less. And the intensity of rainfall is the rate of precipitation excess in inches or millimeters per hour. The intensity of rainfall expressed in inches or millimeters per hour. The intensity of rainfall is directly proportional to the peak flow in the streams. Rainfall intensity is low, stream flow also low. Higher the intensity of rainfall, greater the peak flow in the streams, directly proportional. In case of rainfall intensity is more, stream flow, peak flow is also more. In case of rainfall intensity is less, the intensity of stream flow is also less. And the spatial distribution of precipitation refers to The spatial distribution refers to the pattern of precipitation across a watershed. Precipitation has a effect on surface runoff. Why precipitation affect the runoff? That means um, during a prolonged sharp and heavy rainfall, the ground becomes saturated. During heavy rainfall in a period of time, that means more hours, for full day 24 hours, heavy rainfall, prolonged sharp and heavy rainfall at the ground surface at a 24 hours period. In that cases, ground will be saturation condition. Why? Because of soil consists of a permeability. Due to that permeability, some of the water will be infiltrate and percolate into the ground surface. After absorbed water infiltrate into ground surface, remaining water stagnate on a ground surface. So very heavy rainfall and 24 hours period of time. So during that reason, ground will be saturation condition. Water followed by increasing surface runoff. During these intense storms, when the rainfall intensity is greater than the intensity capacity of the soil during the when the rainfall intensity is greater than the infiltration capacity of the soil, the increasing overland runoff can cause rapid rise in river levels, resulting in the flash floods. So increasing in the water level, so it is the capability will be less, soil capability, permeability will be less. So infiltration capacity, if greater than the intensity of the rainfall is greater than the intensity infiltration capacity of the soil, so water will be stagnant on a ground surface and it will be flooded on a surface of a land, higher level to lower level. During that process, soil particles will also passes through the water. So that will cause the river level, increase the river levels, and also floods will be formed. Low intensity rainfall for long period causes increasing in evaporation and percolation and decreasing in the surface runoff. So low intensity of rainfall, the advantage is less time. Low intensity of rainfall for longer period causes increasing in the atmosphere. Why? Because of very less intensity of rainfall and more period. So like a drizzle, we can assume as a drizzle. So some of the water stagnate on a ground surface. That water will be infiltrate into the ground surface and some of the water absorbed and that will be percolate. Only small amount of water and stagnate on a ground surface. That will be evaporate into the atmosphere, condensation form, next precipitation will be comes under. Like this way, so evaporation and percolation and decreasing in the surface runoff. Next one is temperature. How temperature affect on a characteristics of water shed. So the effect of temperature has varied effect characteristics, various effects on watershed characteristics. The temperature is various effect on watershed characteristics. Extremes of atmospheric temperature can limit the infiltration of water. Extremes of atmospheric temperature can limit the infiltration of water and thus increase the surface runoff. Various in wind velocity, atmospheric humidity, transpiration and evaporation affect the watershed condition. High rate of evapotranspiration can cause less water to flow into the rivers. High rate of evapotranspiration cause less water to flow into the rivers. So water will be evaporated into the ground surface, so that will be flooded into the rivers will be reduced. So the various effect on watershed management characteristics is velocity, atmospheric agent, various effect on the watershed characteristics that like wind velocity, atmospheric humidity, transpiration and evaporation affects the watershed conditions. This is the main characteristics of the watershed management. That is, one is climatic characteristics. In the climatic characteristics also two types. One is precipitation, another one is temperature. It is effect on a characteristics of watershed management. That is, one is precipitation. This precipitation, it is depend upon the rainfall intensity and duration, amount, distribution, intensity of a rainfall. If intensity of rainfall will be more over a period of time 24 hours, so stream flow also more. Less intensity, less runoff. So evapotranspiration will be very important. Less in the intensity of a rainfall, more in the intensity of rainfall is the rate of precipitation expressed in inches and millimeters per hour. So intensity of rainfall is directly proportional to the peak flow in the streams. Intensity of rainfall is directly proportional to the peak flow in the streams. Thank you.